I understand.
No, you don't.
A Rutgers University police officer detained parties following a minor campus vehicle incident. No damage, no injuries, no criminal conduct alleged. The question is not whether the officer followed department policy. The question is whether department policy, as applied in this encounter, satisfied constitutional requirements. 3 amendments govern this analysis.
I understand. I'm just trying to do my job. That's it. I have to just make sure.
Rutgers police vehicle.
I understand that, but I can't just let it go. It's not like I can just let it go. I have to do what's safe for my job as well.
Damage.
I understand that, but that's not up for me. I have to make sure my supervisor is aware of what's going on. I understand.
Absolutely no damage.
I know that, and I explained that to her, but she still wants to come. She still wants to come, and she wants to make sure that's our policy. That's the way.
If I miss my airplane, you folks are in trouble.
Okay. She's on her way.
Are you in quarters or are you on the run?
Excuse me.
Hello, how are you?
I'm not well. I'm being held from going to the airport. I missed my plane.
Okay.
You folks are in trouble.
I'm sorry, who are you?
I'm the Chancellor.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, can we get another car? She needs
No, I don't want to do that.
Just give me 5 minutes. She's literally driving right here. I need to make notification. She's not allowed to leave right now because she was in the vehicle when this occurred.
I actually was not. I was standing right here.
Okay.
Who's the chief? Who's on their way?
My sergeant and my lieutenant.
They're not going to be here.
They're going to be here. They're on their way. They're driving.
Sergeant LaFand and who's the LT? Lieutenant Jordan. They're on their way.
Lovely.
5 Blue Street. I just have to make notifications of what occurred, and that's what I'm doing.
Well, you could do that. Take a picture and let her go. She's on a university business. Would you do this if this were the President of the United States? Yes. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
We have to do what we have to do. We have to do our job just like you have to do your job.
No, you have to be thoughtful about doing your job.
Okay.
Not just, following rote.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm just going to tell you one thing. I 100% agree with my partner here, so we're just going to stand by for the supervisors and just got to do what we have to do. That's all. You're fine.
It's okay for you to do this under other circumstances, but now it's not. So you have to. That's the thing about being. Listen, that's the thing about being thoughtful. You have to know who you're dealing with and how and
have to get to the airport for a flight. Copy that.
Receive. We're getting the information.
I'd love to see them do this to President Barge.
Oh no, they wouldn't do it.
Can I just have your driver's license and insurance?
He's a Rutgers police.
What did he just say to you?
I just need your license, your driver's, and the registration for the vehicle and the insurance.
So we can store the license of the driver, and you can let them go, and we'll do a report. If we need anything, we can always call back.
Receive.
The most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. He literally.
Her just called her. She gonna tell us what he said.
Do you have your driver's license with you?
What did he tell you?
I wasn't driving.
Okay.
She wasn't in the car. What did
Okay. You have to. She won't give me her passenger information. Can you just take a copy of this? They're not gonna let me do the report.
Okay.
Because I was sitting in the vehicle. Do you want mine? I can give you mine.
What's that?
I was sitting in the car. I don't know if that's
200. So, also, did we finish that?
That's affirmative. We're gathering the information.
I'll do yours later.
All right.
Yeah, we let the other vehicle go right now.
I'm taking the picture now, and then they're gonna be on their way.
Who's gonna get written up? You and you.
Appreciate it.
He just got here. I don't care. He said he fully supports his partner. So he's part of the problem. You should have called your chief in the first place. To say, what should I do? Get the information and that's all. When you have somebody like this, you call and you say, what should we do? Should we follow normal protocol or should we do something else? That's what you should have done.
Thank you.
Have a good night. See you later. deactivating body cam. This is going to be handled in-house. I'm going to do a report on it, follow up as necessary.
The Fourth Amendment prohibits unreasonable seizures. A detention is a seizure the moment a reasonable person would not feel free to leave. Under Terry v. Ohio, an investigatory stop requires two articulable reasonable suspicion specifically tied to the individual detained. Here, the subject stated she was not inside the vehicle. When the incident occurred, she was standing outside. No officer disputed this. That distinction matters. Brendlin v. California extends Fourth Amendment protection to vehicle occupants during a stop, not to bystanders standing outside the vehicle. To lawfully detain this subject, the officer needed independent suspicion connecting her specifically to a violation. He offered none. Rodriguez v. United States reinforces the point. Detention scope and duration must be calibrated to their justifying circumstances. A zero-damage contact, no injury, no criminal allegation, subject confirmed outside the vehicle, provides no constitutionally sufficient basis for continued detention. The Chancellor's arrival introduced an equal protection dimension under the 14th Amendment. Equal protection requires law enforcement to apply its authority consistently without favoring or disfavoring individuals based on status or identity. The Chancellor's repeated appeals to institutional rank reflect a request for differential treatment. The Constitution does not permit. Officers are not authorized to release someone faster because that person holds a prestigious position. They are equally prohibited from detaining someone longer because that person makes them uncomfortable. Equal protection is not a privilege for the powerful. It is a standard that constrains the exercise of power, including the power to request exceptions from it. The Chancellor's verbal criticism of the officers, her statement that they were in trouble, her characterization of their conduct as rote, is fully protected speech under the First Amendment. City of Houston v. Hill established that verbal challenges to police conduct, including hostile expressions of disagreement, fall within First Amendment protection. An officer who escalates or extends a detention in response to protected criticism violates clearly established constitutional law. The first officer receives a C+. His instinct to call supervisors was procedurally sound. His composure under institutional pressure was notable. His constitutional failure, detaining a non-driver at a zero-damage incident without offering any articulable Fourth Amendment basis. Policy compliance does not cure a constitutional deficiency. The two are not the same. The second officer receives a C-. An arriving officer's obligation is independent assessment. Declaring unconditional support before reviewing the facts is a failure of professional judgment that deepened the conflict rather than resolving it. The Chancellor receives a C+. Her legal read of the situation was accurate. Her method, invoking rank, threatening officers, demanding treatment above the equal protection standard, was not. The department receives a B-. Supervisory resolution was correct and efficient. The institutional gap is at the field level, where officers should not require command direction to identify the constitutional limits, their own detention authority. 3 principles emerge from this encounter. First, detention requires articulable suspicion for each individual detained. Proximity to an incident is not sufficient. Institutional involvement of a department vehicle is not sufficient. The Fourth Amendment demands more. Second, arriving officers must assess independently before aligning with a prior decision. Reflexive endorsement prevents error correction. Third, institutional rank does not alter constitutional obligations. Equal protection governs law enforcement conduct, regardless of who is requesting an exception, and regardless of how much pressure accompanies that request. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching today's video. If you found this content informative or compelling, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you'll be the first to know when we release new uploads. Our channel is dedicated to bringing you the most fascinating police interactions, courtroom proceedings, and real-world legal moments, and there's a lot more on the way. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you in the next one.